who was not able to attend. And I would like to ask you all to go on mute so we can hear each other clearly. And at the end of the presentation, there's going to be some space for questions and answers. All right. Just a second. I will just switch off the camera because there's nothing interesting about me. And hope now you can see the first slide. So again, my name is Adam Schneeberger, and I'm an e-commerce manager for DME Europe. I have been with the company, I think it's going to be 4 years now in February. So I think quite a long time. Okay, so eStore, or which is actually our DME online shop, but we call that eStore. We are telling, or our claim is that we are able to assist you at every step of the way of your manufacturing process with all our parts which are available in eStore, and we are able to support you 24 hours per day. So the eStore is opened all the time. So what is the main benefits for you? It's very easy to register to the eStore, which I will show you later on. It also includes a robust 3D CAD library, so you can download the 3D CAD data and then to upload it to your design software what you are using. It's working in 15 languages, so it's gonna be easy for you to find your the language of your preference. We also have a live chat support feature, so in case there's something unclear or you got lost, you can always get back to our customer service, who will be able to assist you further. And there's also the bulk upload feature, we call it. So in case you would like to order quite a lot of lines or parts or references, you can do that. You can download the Excel file, copy paste the DME part numbers to that file, and then upload it back to the eStore. And it's quite pretty straightforward. And I can tell from my experience that this feature is being actually used by our distributors or by our agents because they're ordering a lot, so it's quite convenient for them. Okay, so then we go to the second slide or third slide. So what's actually in there? eStore is fine, but without the parts, it wouldn't be that interesting. So I can tell you that we have more than 40,000 SKUs or references, part numbers loaded into the eStore, which you can order. And also, the very important part of the eStore is the configurator, where you can easily design your mold. Currently, we have two types of configurators. One is for our L or Euro series mold base range, which is compatible with Haskell. And the other one is a F series mold base configurator, which we've introduced at the beginning of this year, and which is in fact the Schneeberger standard. And as I told you at the beginning, I will be showing live the eStore. Hope everything goes well, because with a live demonstration are always tricky, but I hope so. I will show you how to register, how to search for a part of your needs. There's multiple ways. Then I will go through the product detail, what is available in terms of the 3D CAD data or in terms of drawing. And then, because as I mentioned at the beginning, this webinar is also suitable for people who are not using this or who are beginners. So I'll then show you how to create easily a quote and order. Then we will jump into the configurators, and also I will cover the bulk upload. And now, as I've promised you to show you the movie, So I will now play the eStore, we call it animation, from our YouTube channel. So hope you will see that. So just a second. Okay, so that was the eStore, let's say a recap of eStore. We've created this animation for last year K-show where we are also promoting this tool. So now going live to the eStore. I'll just close this one down. So there is no other movie. So this is let's say the starting page for eStore. What you will see when you type in the eStore address. As you can see, I have it in Czech language because the eStore settings, it's actually IP address or IP recognition sensitive. So I'm connected from Czech Republic, therefore I have it in Czech. If you will try that yourself, I'm 100% sure you will have a different language. But you can actually change the language all the time based on your reference. So I'll try to have it in English. Then, as I said, first, if you are not registered or you're not a member of an eStore community, then I would strongly advise you actually to register for an eStore access. You can be using the eStore as a guest, but for unregistered users, you won't be able to see any prices or any availability, because eStore is always connected with your customer account number in SAP. Therefore, I strongly recommend to register yourself. If I click in here, register, there is a few, I would say, few general fields: first name, last name, company, and here, which is very crucial or very important, you need to select the brands, because currently the eStore is actually a shared platform which we are using with our other partners. So it's a global solution. So you can also see there are our sister companies in China, Mexico, and US. So I would here strongly recommend to pick DME Europe. And then you fill in all the necessary information. You need to agree with terms and conditions, and then you submit the registration. What's gonna happen next? This email is gonna be received. Can I ask you please to go on mute? I can still hear some background noise, so we are not disturbing each other. Thank you. You can then if you press submit, then the registration is gonna be transferred to our customer service, who's then will be able then to complete your registration. You'll receive a confirmation email, and then you will be able to log in to eStore using your credentials. All right, because I already have an account, obviously I will jump straight in. I'm using here my private email address, so I'm registered just with a DME, and you will see the most of it. What was actually quite important there, which I sort of skipped, there's also like a small tick box which says keep me signed in. So if you tick that in, then your login credential is gonna be remembered, and you don't have to type in your email address and your passwords all the time. But I guess this is a pretty standard. So this is a eStore. Let's say this is a eStore main page or home page, and I would like to first go to the, let's say, the customer account section. I am here displayed as a sort of a test customer. We are using for eStore, you know, not to ship any parts. So there is a few sections. I would like to highlight my favorite section, where if you have any part which you are ordering very often, or you would like to buy that later on, you can hit like a small part at the part number, and you can mark it as your favorite, and it's gonna remain there. I can show you. I've marked here as a favorite some ejector here with a star, and it will remain at your list. If I just go to the auto reorders, it's a functionality which is not that widespread in Europe, so I will not go into the main details. But this mainly allows you, if you're ordering some maintenance part or some wear parts, so you can set up an automatic order, let's say at the end of each month, and the part can be ordered for you from eStore automatically. I think this functionality is maybe mostly for, I would say, for injection machines. If they need some oil filter on a regular basis, then you can easily set it up. Then what's more interesting is the account details section, where I could see my login credentials. I could see here my name and my email. I can also easily change my phone number, or I can change my password to whatever I like. There's also a functionality, as I think is a pretty standard in online environment. If you forgot your password, you can click in, and you will receive a temporary password, which then after first login you can change based on your preference or based on what you need. And here we come to the profile settings. So as I've showed you, I'm registered with a DME Europe. This is a customer. I've told you this is a test customer, and here is the billing and shipping address. I would guess that for billing you would have just one, but if you have multiple shipping addresses here, you can select one as a default. So I have selected this one. I think this feature is really popular also by our distributors or agents, where they have multiple customers at different locations. Or if you have more plants and you would like the part to be shipped to the plant X, you can easily have set it up in here. But you can also set it up during the checkout process while actually purchasing the part. And here we comes to the languages. So no matter what your actual location is, no matter what your IP address is, you can always select your preferred language. So I put here English, and then all the time you log into the eStore, you will have it in English or the language of your selection. So that was basically the let's say the account the account details section. This share orders functionality, I think this is not designed for DMEs, for our friends from Mold Masters who are also using this platform, and you can obviously sign out, but it's pretty standard. So I will go back to home, and we will cover some other areas. So here we have some sort of we call it a main banner with a current promotion. So we have recently introduced, let's say, the second extension or second additions to our F series mold base. So if you click in there, it will directly bring you to that section. Then we also have here some products we are promoting. So as you probably know, now is the suitable time of the year for date stamps, so you can easily dive in or jump to the date stamp section, and so on and so on. What also is quite important for in here. So at the footer, you can see few links. There's contact us feature. So all the time you are having some issues or something is not clear, you can contact us via this form. You just select DME your country, so the respective customer service agent can back to you in your language. So it's pretty standard. And then I'd like to point out the document section, which is, let's say, documents in brackets. But in this section, you can find and download our leaflets based on your language, and you can also list through our catalogs or download the catalogs in PDF. So I would say this is a quite important section, and that's actually the place where you can find all necessary documents. If I click on the HTML catalog, that's the normal version of an online catalog. I will just shut down the sound, and you can normally list through or visit any particular section which you are interested in. So that was the catalogs and leaflets. I go now back home, and we try to search for some products. So for search, you can obviously search in that field box, which I think is the most common option, or what majority of the eStore of our customers are doing. So you can search actually whatever. It's a full text search, and it's searching across all the categories. So here you have the option to visit the product category. So if I go to the relevant category, it's gonna bring me to the flat ejector pins. Or what I also wanted to show you, if I type in the beginning of a part number, then you can, if you are sure that this part actually suits your needs, then you can immediately add that to the cart, and you don't have to lose time with all the other clicks. You just set up here the quantity. Let's say I need 3 pieces. You see your price, list price, and your price you are having from us, you have set up in SAP. So basically what's being set up for you in SAP, and you might be ordering manually through our customer or inside sales team, then the same prices are actually available for you in eStore also. And I just click add to the cart, and it says it was added to the cart. So that was one type of a search with this main search box, and that's actually something what the majority of customers are doing. Then there's other options. You can list or you can browse our products section, or the shop for parts section. It's like an online catalog. Here you have the 5 main categories of the parts we are selling. So it's a mold basis and a place. Then we have a components. Then we have a shop supplies or industrial supplies, die sets, and some hot runner accessories. So you can either click in here, and that's gonna bring you to the industrial supplies section, or the other option is actually to have a look on the left. We call that left pane, and you can also search for a relevant category and then to look for a part in there. So this is actually ordered alphabetically, so it's actually another view our eStore how to search for a part. So if I pick here some ejector pins, which is, let's say, the most common part, I would say if I pick here some, let's say I'd like to have some nitrated ejectors, I click in there, and it's gonna automatically bring me to the category. It actually gave me 300 results, which I think it's quite a lot, and I don't have time to go through all of those. So I have multiple options. What I like to show you was also quite interesting. If you have a like hard copy catalog in front of you, and you would like eStore to be copying the order what's available in catalog, you can search by a part number, and it's gonna be ordered in, let's say, the catalog, in a catalog order. So it's showing me here the part number, this item or engineering description, if it's on stock or not, and again my pricing. Here I can easily add to the cart and 3D, which I will show you later on. But as I received 300 results, which is way too much, I will precise my selection criteria here on the left using those filters, or we call them facets. So let's say I like to 100 millimeters length of an ejector pin, and this is gonna bring me less results. Then I will also pick diameter, and it should show really relevant results for me. So I'm further, let's say, digging down and further specifying my needs. So length 100 and diameter 1.5 actually brought me one ejector pin. All right, so I'm good to go. So I can click on a part and actually dive deeper for the part number. And here I could see the, let's say, the image. Here I could see the 3D pictures, which I can have a look. And just to show you, this 3D data is provided by our partner, Part Solutions or Cadenas. So I just need to agree with their cookies or with their temporary files. And here it gives you actually multiple views for the part. You can play with it when you have time. Then later on, or I can start a slow animation, and that's gonna demo the part from all different sides and all different angles. But this is just a picture, and it won't help my mold simulation, because I would like to have the exact data, which I can then upload to my Visi software or Siemens NX or Creo or Pro Engineer or whatever I am using. So I will just click in here on that download arrow, which I have here two options. I can generate either the CAD, let's say like the data itself. Then I need to select a format based on my based on my preference. So here you can see that we have really a huge variety of the formats the customer can use. There's again, based on your design software preference or design software need. So I would be probably looking, let's say, for a step file, which is pretty neutral and I can use anywhere I want. Then I click start generation, and you could see here at the very left, it automatically creates a zip file, which I will open. And here you could see the detail of a step file. Unfortunately, I can open it because I don't have any design software where I could open this, but from my experience, I am 100% sure that you will be able to open it and to work with it. So that's one option. It's like downloading 3D, which is very important. And then you can also generate so-called a PDF document with all the details and with all the dimensions and with everything, with all other details. So it's again a zip file, which I'm downloading straight away. I will just open it so you can see it, that there is nothing what we are hiding from you. So this is a part number I have selected. It also shows you here the material and some more details about the material. If I remember correctly, it was some nitrated pin. If I scroll down, actually, there is a nice picture which you could see. There's also a 2D of a picture, and there's also a technical drawing, which I think is essential. So you can have it from our catalog, or you can also have it from here. And then there's also the technical data table with all the necessary parameters and all the necessary technical data. So this is actually what's available for you in eStore in Cadenas. There's also I think important to say that we are cooperating with all the major software data houses or software designers platform. So you can also find our DME 3D library in there. We are working with Visi, Cimatron, Siemens, NX, Katya, and I think Creo and ProEngineer. So this is also something we are constantly improving to make it easy for you, and I think it's a pretty standard during these days. So I will just close these PDFs and we go back to the eStore. So that was actually the item level detail, where you could see where you could also see the parameters in here, the diameter, length. And if you would be looking for the same product but in different diameter or different version, you can easily click in here, and that's back to the category, and you can actually play with it more. You can so that was search for a product. I will add to the cart just let's say few more parts. To create a nice quote or order, just to show you. And also I think you don't have to dig deep onto the product level detail, but you can also get your 3D data directly from this tabular or raster view, which I think is quite a standard. So if I click in here and want to just do the quick download for the part, I can select the same part which I was showing you within the Cadenas. So I would go for SVG format, let's say, and I just download that straight away. So it's also quite pretty straightforward. Again, you could see that the download was done immediately, and I have multiple files in here downloaded. So that was for the product detail, and also I think it's quite necessary to mention that you can also jump straight to the catalog from the category or section you are currently shopping, and you can find more details in here. Sorry for that sound, it's annoying. All right, so going back to this eStore, that was the product page. Then I think what's very important, and that's just a link. You don't have to remember that link for part solutions or for our complete library. You can just click here on DME Cat, and it's gonna automatically bring you to our let's say partner site where there's available catalogs for Europe, and also as quite a lot of you also work in with US library, so you can also have all the parts here from our sister, or actually it's a mother company in US. For that, you would need to do the single registration to be able to play with it, and again, then your login credentials gonna be stored. But you can also find all the parts in here. Then we will jump straight. I think we can have configurator at the very last because it's interesting. Then I'd like to also show you the history of your purchases section. So eStore also provides you the option to search or to have a look what you've ordered recently or previously, and then you can quickly reorder. So you could see that this functionality actually showed me 2 quotes, which I've created pretty recently for this test account. If I would like to know more, I can jump straight in, and it will show me what actually I have been ordering in the past. So you could see that I've been ordering 100 parts of these ejector pins, shows me the total weight and my total price. So this is just for your reference. If I would like to reorder because I need more of these parts, they are good price, they are on stock, and I can have them let's say on Monday or on Tuesday, then I can easily click reorder, and that's gonna add the same parts into my shopping part. So I can just do that to show you how easy and how pretty straightforward this process is. So you could see it's all in my shopping cart, and I can maybe now show you how to create a quote or how to create an order. So I will just first do the quote, because you might need it to show it to your purchasing manager or to your manager for approval. So I would just quickly go through. So that's me as a customer. I can add here my internal PO or internal quote reference number. So I don't know, I can put here whatever, just following your internal rules. I can set up here an optional email address. Let's say that my manager would like to also get a copy and be automatically notified about the quote. So I can put here my work email address. I have here the phone, which comes from my registration or from my profile. I can pick here actually where I need this part to be shipped. So let's say I picked my other location, then I have here the shipping method as a default. We are also, that's currently something we are working on, that for customer or for you to be able to pick up, if you would like to have express, then you would be able to pick your express and it's going to be shipped in express way. But currently we show just economy, and if you would like to have express, then our inside sales team needs to change it. I can also write some shipping instructions if I'm expecting some bigger order, let's say to be done on a Monday. I can put here, do not ship this order, ship it on Monday with the other one, or whatever. We are also running some certain sales campaign or promotional campaigns where which are based on a promo code or a special code, which can give you some advantages, some discount, special price for specific items or specific products. So this actually would be the place where to put the promo code. And I'm good with all that. So I just go to the billing information. There's nothing new for me. Currently, the only option how to pay for the goods is with an invoice, but our colleagues in North America, they also have a credit card payments. So this might be something we will look into next year. So I'm good with all that. I just click create quote, and the quote is going to be automatically created. You will receive a notification, and then you will also receive a PDF as a confirmation. So here is our internal quote number, and it's all in a process. So if I go now to the purchase history, I should see this new quote in there. Yeah. So that's the one I've created today. And if I'm fine with all that, we can place an order straight away. I'm fine with the price, with everything. I can just click here, place an order, and then we automatically convert a quote to an order. I hope there's also some of my inside sales colleagues on a call, and they will just stop this order from being processed, and we will not ship it anywhere. But for your demonstration purposes, I will show it into the very, very final step. I'm good with all this. Okay, economy also works for me. Just a check of the bill to address. And I can also attach here a signed PO. Let's say just a scan of a signed PO, just to be 100% sure. And if I would like to place an order, or I need to check something, I still have here the option to preview the order. So I have ordered those 100 parts of those ejectors, so that's all good. And I will just place an order straight away. All right. Yeah. So sorry for that it took so long, but I'm working from home, so my connection is not that fast, but actually I hope it gave you the idea. And here I'm getting the pop-up if I would like to reorder these parts in 1 month's time or 2 weeks time, then I would be able to set it up here. So that was the ordering and quoting process. I think it's pretty straightforward, and there's nothing complicated. So now we can jump to a mode-based configurator. As I've showed you in the first slides, we are supporting 2 standards. Therefore, we are having 2 configurators. One is a Euro L or L series, which is Haskell, and then we have F series, which are compatible with Schneeberger. So I will jump to F series, for instance. It doesn't matter. And it will bring me to the basic configurator page. I think it's also nothing complicated. You just follow the logic the steps of your configuration. So here you need to select the size of your mold. So I will just pick this. After every actually step, it's being updated and giving you the new results. If I'm here on a top plate, you could see here at the drawing that the top plate is being highlighted here in gray, so it's easy for you to navigate actually where you are standing with your configuration or with your mouse. I can select just some different type of steel. Here we have also the option to select drilled or blank plate and also the different thickness for the plate. I will just go through that very quickly. I like also to order the risers. You will have them time to play it with yourself, and I will just change the thickness in here and the different steel type in here, and with a central drilling, that's fine also. Then I need to get my pricing. I need to click here, refresh the price. Some bit longer than it should be, because now actually I'm calling our SAP system to give me the pricing. So luckily today it was very fast, and I actually got here the total price of nearly 750 euro. Let's say I'm fine with it, but again, I need approval from my manager. So I have now two options. I can generate or download a PDF with all the details about my configuration, nicely laid out and nicely optimized for printout. So it actually shows me my configuration in here and the date when I've made it. It shows me the bill of material with all the parts I've configured. It shows me the total price and the total savings based on my price list I'm currently on. And then also gives me like a recap of a mode configuration of which plates are selected or would be included in configuration. Now I can print it, I can show it to my manager, he can stamp it, sign it, and then I can proceed with my configuration further. So this is just one option. There's also, if you're not happy with the PDF and you would like to have it in Excel sheet for your internal reference to be able to copy paste the DME part numbers, you can also download in Excel, and then you can modify it or adjust it based on your needs or based on your internal processes. So you could see actually that I have the same as in the PDF, but I can copy paste here. I can copy paste here the numbers. So whatever is more available for you. This is a bill of material, and this is your mode configuration, a recap. So that was the option for downloads or some recap what to show to get an approval or to have an evidence what you've actually configured. Then obviously you can save your mode or save your configuration into your current configurations. I can put here whatever Adam demo. There are some restrictions on the length for the description, but it's fine. I have saved it into my configuration overview, and all the time, if I don't want to complete it today, then I can go to that tomorrow and have a look. So we can check here all the configurations I have made, and this is the one I have been doing today. So I can then easily jump in and I can continue, because I actually forgot that I would also like to order some components with it, or I like to do the cat download the configuration what I have downloaded, and I'd like to upload into my software. So again, pretty straightforward. forward, I would click here on the cat data download. It's generating the preview of my mold. Again, I have multiple options how to play with it, or different views. It's quite nice actually to have a look on your own. This is just the basics I'm showing, but then when you have time, then you can jump straight in and you can play with it more. And then I go to the cat download. I first again need to generate the data. It's been generated with all the details. It generated a standard cat file. If I'd like to have any other, then I'm also able to change it. Again, quick process, quick download in a zip file, and it gives me as a default the CVF file and also the step file, which is a pretty standard, and all the platforms should be able to use that. So that was a quick download. I can also generate the data sheet about the whole configuration, what I was showing you for a single part. That's also possible to do that for the complete mold. Again, will take some time, but then I'll again be able to download it and have all the details about my configuration. The PDFs are normally like 1 or 2, 3 megabytes, therefore it takes some time, but I hope it's not that dramatic. It will then show all details about all plates I have actually used. Yep, there we go. So it should be, it's all done, and I will again download and show you straight away. It's opening for me just now. It was actually 3 megabytes, and yeah, again the same document with my mold details about the plates, some different views for the mold, and then I wonder why the technical drawing it's not in there. I would probably have to allow it in PDF, but normally it's there. And here's my technical data overview table with all the plates name, thicknesses, and the type of steel or type of material. So that's again something for you, like a control you can easily generate from our platform or normally work with. I will again close this one, going back to the eStore. So that was the basic configuration, the data download, and I also have the option to add some components with my configuration, and then easily add everything to the cart. So I can either click in here on other components, or I might see here some pictures, icons, or tiles. Doesn't matter how we call them. And I can click in on, let's say that I need some ejectors. I will go in here, and again from this view I can order straight away with my configuration the same nitrated pin as I show you at the beginning. It's populating now. Again, it's taking some time, but there we go. And I'm then, again, those 300 results. Therefore, it took a bit of a time, but then I'm then again able to precise my selection based on the criteria. I have also here the drawing if unsure about some parameters. And then again easily add to the configuration and save it, or either add it to the cart directly. So yeah, I'm fine with the name what I've put there, and that's basically it. As I mentioned, you can always go back to your unfinished mode configuration. You can then do the changes, save it under different version or under different name, and then come back to it later. You can also see that with that ejector, the price changed slightly, because before it was 748 something, if I remember that correctly. So that was briefly our configurator. Again, best is a personal experience, so I would really encourage you to log in. For those who are already registered, can play with it easily. Those who are new and not registered, we will register very quickly, and you can start then using it. And then sorry, then last functionality, last but not least, it's a so-called bulk order, as I've also mentioned to you during the slides, during the beginning of the presentation. So if you are either ordering a huge amount of parts, and you would be lazy, as I would definitely be, to search for everything and then do all the clicking, you can just copy paste from your internal purchase system or internal ERP into this let's say predefined template we are using. So you will just download, let's say, our template, and then you can easily copy paste. It's not this one, it's this one. It's really 3 columns. You just copy here the DME part number, the quantity, and here you just need to pick DME from this drop down. If you have more lines, you just easily extend it to other columns, other lines, and it's pretty straightforward. Then I would save it in here, and I would upload it, and it would show me actually all the part numbers what were found in here. Then I would easily click add to part, and that would be it. So that's one, let's say, one functionality of this module. And the other one is actually, which is pretty important, and based on the feedback from all the countries or from our major online markets, we are providing also the competitors reference part converter. So if you have your quote or your order with our competitors, let's say with Hasco or Schneeberger, you would be able to copy their parts in that same Excel sheet, and our eStore will then find you our DME reference. So I have prepared some sample. Hopefully it will work for me. I think it's this one, just to show you. So it's again the same Excel file I've showed you. I have filled in a few competitors' references, and I will just upload to see the result. This we are currently now improving this module to get as many results as possible, so it's really easy for you to work with, and that would also help our customer service team to use that online and not to use the Excel for the similar functionality. So I've uploaded here the part numbers of our competitors, and here it actually gave me the DME corresponding part number. So for those, I have actually found the match. For this one, there's more results, so I would need to specify it. So I would need to have a look maybe into the catalog or find more details about it. But for those first 4 in yellow, I would be able again to edit to the cart. It says replace, so it will delete whatever I have in there, but it will automatically it will automatically be added in here, and then you can again easily order or create a quote for that. So that was the bulk order or the converter. So I think that actually brings us to the very end of the presentation. There's nearly, we've spent on it 1 hour nearly, so I would now like to give you maybe your space for some questions and answers, or if you don't want to spend a time on it, then you can always reach me out on my email address, and I will be happy to assist you further. So if there's some questions, please shout.
Hello, Adam. I just have one request. If you can send this video on our email, we would like to have it so we could watch it again and confirm our knowledge.
Perfect. Yeah, that's. I'm very happy to do that. Yeah, and I will share the video with all the participants. So that's gonna be my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so if there's no other details, I will share the recordings and my contact details, and just you can contact me all the time. I'm happy to support the customer because I think your feedback is pretty crucial for me. And even if I'm playing with eStore a lot, trying to do all the magics, then our customers can always surprise me in a way how they are using it. So it's really essential for me. Okay, so I'd like to thank you for your attendance, for your participants, and I would like to wish you a nice rest of a Friday and a nice weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
Bye.